What's going on, gentlemen? My name is Jack Scrimshire, founder of JC Grooming, and today we're going to talk about if there's such a thing as using too much beard oil. Long story short, the answer is yes. So the thing about using too much beard oil is a lot of people do it, and I'm guilty of this myself. I love beard oil, I love the way it feels, I love the way it smells, and I tend to over apply. Is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. Is it something that maybe I should stop doing? Probably. And let me tell you why. So our hair and our skin uses this oil to moisturize. Obviously, that's why we use a beard oil. But there is a point when your hair and skin say, okay, that's enough. No more oil for me. I'm not going to absorb this. At that point, anything still left on your hair or skin is going to sit there. And that's where you get that slick, kind of greasy, oily feeling that a lot of people hate. It gets on your phone, it gets on your clothes, it just feels nasty. You touch your beard and it's covered in oil, and it's no good for anything. Now, aside from the fact that it's just kind of irritating having too much oil on your face, there are some actual side effects that can come as a result of using too much beard oil. The big problem with using too much beard oil is that it's going to clog your pores. After your skin has absorbed the maximum amount of oil that it's going to absorb, that oil still sits on top because it doesn't evaporate like water does. It's viscous, it's thick, and it will sit there all day, which means it's great for conditioning. That's why we use it. However, if you have too much, it will sit on top and clog those pores and trap dirt and nasty stuff inside of those pores, and that's where you start getting acne and irritation and little painful spots and follicles even that get infected and hurt. So using too much beard oil is not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but there are definitely some negative side effects. So now that brings you to the question, how much should I be using? How do I know if I'm using too much? And there are a couple easy ways to spot that you're using too much beard oil. Number one, you have that acne, you have that irritation, you have that redness under your beard if you pull the skin back, if you pull the hair back. Not the skin, that would be weird. That's a very obvious sign that your pores are clogged. Check yourself. Do you feel acne? Do you feel painful spots? Do you feel infected follicles if you touch a hair? Does it hurt really bad at the base of it? Chances are you have something going on. So now you need to diagnose, is this just like a one-off occasion, or is this happening all the time? Do I always have this feeling? Do I always have this acne? Perhaps it's because you're clogging your pores with too much oil. The other thing you should look out for is what kind of oils you're using. Some of the light, non-greasy oils like jojoba and argan and grapeseed oil, these are not going to clog your pores as easily. But something like coconut oil, if you're using straight coconut oil on your beard, it's very likely to clog your pores a little bit more than some of those other oils will. Those variances in recipes and ingredients are also going to affect how much oil you should use. Those thicker, more viscous oils you can use less of because they'll sit on top of your hair and skin better and they won't absorb quite as well. The lighter, non-greasy oils, those you can pretty much pile on and your skin's going to receive a lot more of it. So what do you do if you find that you're using too much oil? You have that acne, you have that greasiness, you have that buildup and the clogged pores and all that. First thing, wash your beard. Hit the reset button. Clean off some of that excess oil, clean out the pores, get all that nasty stuff out of there, and just restart your beard. Refresh, reset. Number two, follow up that wash with conditioner, either a beard conditioner or oil or butter or something like that, but don't use too much. If you're using a beard conditioner, then go ahead and just let that sit on for a while, condition the hair and skin, soften it all up, and then when you get out of the shower, apply a small amount of beard oil or beard butter. You can always add more oil and butter, but you cannot easily strip it out. So I always recommend, if you found that you're using too much oil, cut it in half. If you're using half a dropper's worth, use a quarter. If after a day or so you start to feel kind of dried out, bring it up a little bit, maybe to a third. But don't hit that half until you know that that's what you need. And if that is what you need, maybe you're using it too many times a day or something like that. So just really look at the whole picture of your grooming routine and figure out where this issue might be coming from. All right, gentlemen, so that's really all there is to it. Like I said, not the end of the world if you're using too much beard oil, but it's important to know that you are using too much if you choose to continue to do so. Like I said, I love to use beard oil. I love the way it feels. I love the way it smells. So I'm going to use it a little bit more generously than somebody who's concerned about using too much. But because I know this, I'm going to wash my beard a little bit more. I'm going to pay attention and just realize when I need to back off a little bit and take my foot off the gas and skip a day of using beard oil or something like that. So just be aware and adapt accordingly to how you should be using beard oil. As for the one size fits all, this is how much oil you should use, there's no such thing. Everybody's beard is different. Everybody's needs are different. If you have thicker hair, you're probably going to need more than somebody with less hair. If you're patchy, again, not going to need it quite as much. So just experiment, figure out what's right for you, and then incorporate that into your routine. All right, gentlemen, that's all there is to it. Until next time, I'm Jack with JC Grooming. Keep it classy.